everyone to Age Well with Joy. I'm Joy Paeth, the CEO for AgeSmart Community Resources, the area agency on aging in the Metro East. Today, we have a great opportunity to talk about a program, the Senior Pen Pal program, where the students from Greenville University have paired up with older adults in the community and have started a letter writing campaign. This program started originally with a senior skip day, where seniors could skip a day of school and participate with older adults, maybe helping them in the yard or helping to deliver meals and all kinds of different activities. But since we're in the middle of a pandemic, they wanted to figure out how they could do senior skip day, but do it differently and virtually and safe. So today I have Kenzie and Dean with me, both students from Greenville University. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Great. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate this. Ending social isolation is really critical because it's very dangerous to somebody's health. It's as dangerous as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. So this is a great thing. And as students away from home, you know, sometimes it gets lonely. So you can imagine if you're an older adult and you don't have somebody to communicate on a regular basis, that can be very lonely. So I wanted to kind of ask you about your experiences, and either one of you can start with your pen pal.
Yeah, I'll talk about mine. Mine actually came to me kind of last minute. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a part of the program. I hold a lot of responsibilities here on campus, and the conversation was happening back and forth between me and my professor. And I, last minute sort of decided to enter the pen pal campaign, the letter writing campaign. So it was really awesome because it was kind of last minute and thrown around, and then I got to enter into something really awesome. Dean and I were one of the students who received multiple letters back and forth. It was really cool because I feel like I really got to build that relationship. So I got my pen, I got my lined paper, and an envelope, which I had never bought before for myself. And I sat down and I got to write a letter to my pen pal. And it was odd at the beginning that I was reintroducing myself in writing. Normally it's conversational over video like we are doing here, or an email. So my experience at the first was, it felt unnatural. But once we got into the writing process, and I found myself checking my mailbox often, subconsciously, waiting to hear that response. And when I got my first letter back, I was just sort of blown away that there was that sort of natural, odd, but so welcoming communication. So
how about you, Dean?
And then for my pen pal, we actually were supposed to become in the pen pal thing with our class. So our teacher had us sign up for the pen pal, and I received a pen pal. I got a lady, and she sent me a handwritten letter, and I don't think in the past 10 years I've written a handwritten letter to anyone. So it was kind of interesting because, for one, I did not know how to address an envelope, or I didn't have a postal sticker. So my teacher actually had to provide me with some help on this because I was unaware of what I needed to do. But throughout the process, the lady that I have is a very interesting type of person. Even though there's a big age difference, we actually have a lot of similarities. She likes to be very adventurous. She's 68, and for her 70th birthday, she wants to go belaying. So that sounds pretty cool to me. So I feel like with the pen pal, at first I was very hesitant on doing it. But once I got into it, I realized that the only difference between us is our age. So that's kind of what I learned from doing this experience.
That's great. It's really interesting when I hear you guys talking about letter writing, and you really don't these days write letters. I used to come home from class when I was in college, and first thing I would do is go to the mailbox to look at my mail and read my mail from my parents, who weren't texting me because there was no such thing, right? So that's really interesting, quite a different perspective. So can you tell me a little bit of the relationship things, that you've gotten from your relationship with through the letter writing?
Yeah, I was actually quite shocked because the pen pal I'm writing to cannot actually write. So she has someone she talks to someone and has someone write for her. And so right off the bat, I was super intrigued and curious about what had gotten her to be at this point where she couldn't write anymore. So I got to learn a little bit more of her story and learn through the writing of someone else, but also her words that like she has, lived like a full life, like on a farm. I learned a lot about what it's like to work hard in your job and like accept a life and that you can't always like the one thing I think, and especially at my age, what I'm learning is like, you will not like all parts of your life and you will not like all parts of your job, and how important it is to pour into the people that you have around you and also to just persevere through the hard parts of your life and your job, because it's not always going to be easy. And then definitely got that almost right off the bat from writing with her. And so I think that's what I've learned from her the most.
How about you, Dean, from your pen pal?
So one of the biggest factors was probably that she was a Christian-based person. So we got to a Christian-based college. So I didn't totally think my pen pal would necessarily be a Christian. But throughout sending letters back and forth with her, she always sent me Bible verses that she holds dearly to her heart. And she would ask me to send her some back that I valued also. So I feel like talking with her, it also, in a way, kind of brought me closer with God and helped me see different viewpoints of things that she valued in her life and would explain them to me on why she valued these types of things. And then also she would say the verses that I sent to her, she never thought about them the way I thought. So both of us kind of opened the other person's perspective on what we were saying. So I felt like it helped grow both of us closer to God.
That's great. Hearing both of you makes me want to go and write a letter. So we're going to extend this program and people can still participate. I know that Greenville University and your professor is very committed to it. So if people want to participate, they can call AgeSmart at 618-222-2561 or email at ask@agesmart.org. So Dean and Kenzie, I want to thank you so much for sharing your experiences, and keep writing and have a great day. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.